a classy fighter off that Uzbek production line. And Rashield Williams, though, will give him a run here. He's 36 years old, but he's been around a long time. He's been to 3 Commonwealth Games. He's been to World Championships, American Championships, 13-3 as a pro. And as I said, inflicted a damaging defeat on Jason Wolf of Samoa by second-round stoppage yesterday. A fight that was postponed from earlier in the session. Williams wasn't on hand to make his walk to the ring at that point, and I did wonder whether Wolf would be given the win by walkover, but they came to an agreement, and we got to see the fight, which is always what you want. So, MUYDINKHUJAEV in the red, Williams in the blue. Williams, the only fighter here representing the Bahamas. The Uzbeks have brought a big team, a full complement.
Round 1.
And he'll try and use that high guard, that tight guard, Williams, and try and see if he can bring some pressure to bear on MUYDINKHUJAEV, who just gets low and fires off a nice combination to the body there. That guard doing a pretty good job for Williams so far. MUYDINKHUJAEV looking to try and pierce it. Right hand came back there from Williams. That found the target. Throws a combination, MUYDINKHUJAEV, and then just pivots around that lead right foot. And just trying to vary things up, going up and down. And there's that longer left hand, and these punches are crashing into the guard. And the thinking here from MUYDINKHUJAEV maybe is that he's not going to be able to keep taking these on the gloves of forearms forever. A couple of straight left hands there did look like they'd found a way through, and then he attempts an uppercut, MUYDINKHUJAEV, and he's very, very accurate with everything that he throws. Right hand into the body there. And the problem that Williams has got really is that he's trying to take that space. He's keeping that guard tight, as I say, trying to walk in behind it, but he's not really managing to get many punches off, because by the time he gets close enough, MUYDINKHUJAEV is basically gone. A bit of blood coming from the nose there, actually, of Williams. I think evidence that that left hand is getting through. That's a good solid left there from the Uzbek, and a slight misstep from Williams. It wouldn't have been a million miles away from a standing count, that I don't think, but his weight was always coming forward. He wasn't rocked back, but you could tell that that one registered. Final 15 seconds of round 1, and MUYDINKHUJAEV throughout the course of the round has just turned the screw a bit. He is a classy, classy fighter. And again, shaped to go up top there, then just dropped his height slightly and threw the right hand in just above the belt line. A slightly weary look to Williams as he trudges back to his stool. I'm not entirely sure what happened yesterday with regard to the initial scheduling, because he didn't appear. And Jason Wolf was unopposed. And as I say, it looked like he was going to be awarded the walkover in the ring. That's in fact what did happen, but then we got word not too long after that that they were going to fight after all. So quite a strange set of circumstances, and he got his man out of there in the second round. So I don't think that would have taken too much out of Williams, but I think that first round against MUYDINKHUJAEV may have done. And will the Uzbek just look to try and turn the heat up further?
Out.
in round 2. You would say that he probably will. And a couple of 10-8s in there, actually, and I wouldn't strenuously argue with that.
Round 2.
Reminder on the scoring, it's 10-9 for a close round win, 10-8 for a clear round win, 10-7 for a very dominant round win. And that's exactly what it's about with the judges at ringside. They're looking to interpret dominance. And what they're looking for more than anything else is scoring punches. Punches landing with the knuckle part of the glove on the target area, which is the torso or the front or side of the head. That is the primary criteria. After that, you are looking at ring craft, essentially. And also who's maybe bringing it. A crunching left hand got straight through the middle again there, and he shook his head, Williams, but there's not an awful lot he can do here. As I say, he's continuing to just march forward behind that guard, but he just doesn't really have time to get too many punches off. And just placing that right hand just in behind the elbow, and again there just, as I say, dips the knees. And I thought they were pretty much fine, actually, that combination he threw. The referee just had a quick word about maybe them being a bit close to the borderline heading in towards the final minute of round 2, and there's just not really anything Williams can do here to change the tempo of this fight, because MUYDINKHUJAEV is not going to run out of gas here either. That's not going to happen. You try and bring the pressure, you try and bring that heat to try and take some gas out of your opponent's tank, but unfortunately for Williams, that just hasn't happened. MUYDINKHUJAEV could box at this pace all night long. .30 remaining in round 2. And these rounds will seem long for Rashield Williams. But he's still in there. He's still in there throwing, still trying. And there's that left-hander. Williams again just shaking his head. And again, the referee just having a word about potential low blows. And just looking at Williams going back to his corner there, the mouth just hanging open, and this is hard work. This is heavy work. Bit of blood coming from the end of the nose there. That's been happening for a little while for Williams. And one of the problems he's got is that when he does try and open up and throw, it leaves him open. That was probably his best passage of the fight so far. He certainly doesn't lack grit and courage, Williams, because he's continued to try and come forward right from the beginning.
Third and final round.
10-8 across the board there from all 5 judges, so a big lead for MUYDINKHUJAEV coming into the final round. Nice right to the body there from the Uzbek fighter. And left into the pit of the stomach and then goes back up top. And he's wearing these, Williams. He's got plenty of courage. And the punch output from MUYDINKHUJAEV has been impressive. He's set the tempo, and when you box at your own pace, even if it's quite a high pace, then any fighter will tell you it's easy to keep that going. And he's just let his hands go. Nice and loose, nice and sharp. And he's always just looked to give Williams a few different looks. Adjust that height, turns orthodox briefly. And he will take some stopping in this division, but it is a good division. As you would expect, 36 fighters in the welterweight division. And Williams just determined to stick this out. He hasn't had too much success. He hasn't had an awful lot happen that would have given him great cause for encouragement. And I wonder if in the final 30 seconds here, MUYDINKHUJAEV is going to look to really try and work him over. Well, there goes the bell, and that will be a welcome sound for Rashield Williams, but I tip my hat to him because he took his medicine there. He's in with a really, really good fighter. He boxed yesterday, and it was tough. And you look at MUYDINKHUJAEV there, he's sweating, but he's not exactly blowing, is he? He's in tremendous physical condition and looks every inch the world and Olympic champion that he is. And just waiting for Rashield Williams to make his way to the centre of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecards where we have a unanimous decision in favour of your winner. In the red corner, representing Uzbekistan, Asadkhuja MUYDINKHUJAEV.
And MUYDINKHUJAEV there just letting Williams know that he appreciated his grit, his determination there. And that's wide, isn't it? That is wide. And we will be seeing him again before too long. And the next fight in this division actually is going to be announced as a walkover. Armen Mashikarian of Armenia is going to be announced as the walkover winner against Pietro Loriga of Italy.